You ever wonder why Uncle Tom is an insult to black people? Well, I got to wondering about that. This is thoughts while thinking, and these opinions are mine. And the old monsters are not the ones under the bed. They're the questions that you didn't ask. Think about some of this stuff. And Uncle Tom's Cabin, we got to look at it because I understand that he was quite an exemplary virtue and dignity, and who was superior to in character to his slaveholders. He lived a Christian life convictions, and he opposed violence, and despite the brutality that he received. He is brave and strong and good, and he saved the life of a little girl and made her friend. And he was loyal to his family and friends, and he helped other slaves escape. And if we couldn't do that, he helped them find comfort. He is a symbol of resistance and hope for the African Americans who suffered. And that's the way the book presents him. But Uncle Tom's Cabin became a negative thing in 1915 when the black leaders from the Caribbean took over, Marcus Garvey, and he criticized the blacks because they were being the southern ones were being replaced by the northern blacks, and they didn't like it. And then along come Alexander McGarvey. He was another one, and he subscribed for please subscribe. And the term of that high praise became an ultimate black insult in 1915, 1919. Reverend George Alexander McGuire, a supporter of the radical black nationalist Marcus Garvey, and addressing the convention of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, McGarvey declared, Uncle Tom is a nigger and he has to go. He has no place. We got to replace him with a black man that has the heart of a black man and not a black man that has a white heart. Think about that. And so there we got to bury Uncle Tom. And that's the way it happened. And that was happened under Alexander McGuire. And the real story is forgotten, and I don't think anybody pays attention to what the story says anymore. And I would like to understand it. And before you hate something, you need to understand it, I think. And I'm not comprehending why Uncle Tom was such a bad guy. In the book, he was a great guy. And in the book summary, Uncle Tom was sold by Shelby because they needed the money. And while on a slave boat headed down the Mississippi, he saves the life of a white girl. He befriends her, and he's bought by her father. And the girl dies, and the father's murdered before he can free Uncle Tom, and he is sold to Simon Legree, and he was totally mistreated after that. And that is the story of Uncle Tom. Today nobody wants to be called Uncle Tom, but 150 years ago it was a big compliment. And that we got to look at it. And Harriet that wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin says common sense is seeing things as they are and doing things as they ought to be. And we appreciate you subscribing. And we got to look at the monsters under the bed. We got to find out who they are. And we got to ask the questions. And we got to know who to follow. Who are you following? Do you follow your head or heart? Think about some of this stuff. And I hope you do understand. And I think we need to do a lot of consider and look at the picture. And Eleanor Roosevelt said nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. So don't worry about that. You got to look at yourself. Thank you and sharing. And Stowe said that the truth is the kindest thing we can give folks in the end. And I believe that's for a fact. So be relevant on your local level, but do what you need to do and stay true to your heart. Think about it. And I wonder if you might change your mind and think about that. And it's cool beans and adios amigos, and we'll see you.